it's Kamela here from Creative Moms Decant. So today I'm going to show you how to take an image that you've made in Procreate and use it to sublimate a blank. Today we're going to use this chapstick blank. So Procreate, Cricut, Sublimation, we've got it all going on today. Let's get started.
You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me.
So as some of you know, I use an Apple iPad, an Apple Pencil, and the Procreate app to sometimes have some fun or even let kiddos draw. I'm going to go ahead and open this. So I've created this image and I created it only using the standard brushes and the layers. If you'd like more information about how to create an image, just leave a comment below and I'll work on tutorials for that. I'm not new anymore, but I still consider myself new, so you let me know. What you want to do once you've created your image, for sublimation, you don't need layers. So if you're cutting this on a vinyl cutter, it's a different process. Let me know again if you'd like to know how to do that. And what we want to do is save this project. So we want to choose the wrench at the top and then choose canvas. And choose share in the center here. And you want to save this as a PNG. So a PNG file will work with Cricut Design Space, and that's how we want to move this over. So I'm going to save it as a PNG, and now I'm going to click Save Image, and I'm going to open up Cricut Design Space.
With an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings, but now I shine with your reflection.
So we want to grab a new project, and I want to choose Upload here at the very bottom, so it's the bottom left-hand side, and I want to upload from my library, and I'm going to upload my sunflower image. And for sublimation, I don't need to remove or change anything, so I'm going to choose Next. And next, we want the print and cut image. So I'm going to go ahead and insert this onto the canvas. And if you have an SVG of the blank you're using, you could definitely load that in. But I'm going to show you how to do it with just a blank. A blank rectangle, because I want a little bit of overage, and I can line up a rectangle in here where I'm going to be happy with this design on this pattern. So we're going to grab a shape, and I'm going to just grab a square, and then I'm going to edit the square to be width 2. I'm going to unlock, and I'm going to make the height 4, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, yes. All right, so now I'm going to shrink this down just a little bit. You want to be careful shrinking down things too much, because then your images will get distorted. And that's probably quite a bit, but it looks like my image is going to work just fine for that. I don't see any distortion issues, so I am actually going to brave the elements and go a little smaller. You do have to be really careful doing that. And let's place this here kind of where we want it. I really want, it's going to get big and then small. I want this big flower. I really want to go a little smaller. I have just learned, since I finished this canvas, how to set up my Procreate canvases to work with sizes. So assuming I have that figured out, I will show you that soon. So now what we want to do is select both of those objects. So I don't think you have to double click though. I clicked and dragged both. And then we want to go to Actions and Slice. And sometimes it does take just a second. Not quite yet. make sure I got both in here. Okay, so it's showing over here that it did slice. Let's look here. There we go. And so the slice that I want to print is going to be this little slice here. So these I'm going to go ahead and delete. And I don't need the outside edge, so I'm going to delete. So let's print this, and we need two because I want to do both sides of my quarter flipper, so I am going to double that. Go ahead and copy this layer right down here with this double plus sign, and now we have two, and we are ready to send this to our printer. And then I'll show you how we get this onto our chapstick sublimation blank. So Procreate and Cricut Design Space, looking good so far.
With an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings, but now I shine with your reflection.
So they have printed. Remember, I use an Epson 3710 for sublimation. Kristina also uses an Epson conversion. And remember, we do have videos on print settings and all of that, but you've done all this work to create this image. You definitely want to print it correctly. And so presentation matte, that's where a lot of people don't do things correctly. And so now I'm just going to place this onto here and then tape. And then I'm going to press both sides, and as soon as it's done, I am going to do a big reveal with you. So I'll meet you back after we get both sides of this pressed and we've created with Procreate chapstick sublimation. Yay! I'm so excited. Alright, so my second side is cooling here. I wanted to show you a couple sublimation quick tricks. If your ink's coming off on your butcher paper, that's a good sign. Also, always do peek checks. So I know that this side is going to sublimate perfectly just like this side did, because I've done my peek checks and checked before I remove my sublimation and all of my tape. So it's as simple as that to move a design from Procreate into Cricut for your own custom chapstick or any sublimation blank. Have a joyful day, friends. Bye!
With an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings, but now I shine with your reflection.